Hey guys, it's Melissa here from Reiki with Melissa. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the blessings in your life. You know, I've titled this podcast Blessings Abound. Basically, I know we've talked about seeing the blessings that are all around you in life and how important that is. But I want to continue with that today because I was listening to another podcast the other day, and the host was talking about a cool way of keeping track of all the blessings that are coming into your life. And I thought, what a neat idea. And so I wanted to pass it along to you. And some of you may have already heard this, but I just thought it was fabulous. So one thing I want to mention or start off by asking you to do is to think about a word that you want to have as your word for 2019. There was a thing going around on Facebook where it was a scrolling thing and it had a bunch of words, and when you click on you do a screenshot, then that was supposed to be your word for 2019. And a lot of people did that, and it might have given you the word you wanted or it might not have. The word I got was success. And I decided that I love that, and that's the word I'm going to use. And actually, I'm not just going with success. I'm going to have two words, but you only have to have one. My words are success, and then I added in abundance. Okay, so success and abundance, those are my words for 2019. And those are what I'm expecting for 2019. So the first thing I want you to do is to think of a word, and you don't need to get caught up on the word, but if there's something that comes to mind, a word that would be a theme for you for 2019. Like, what do you want to see more of in your life? Do you want to see more freedom? Do you want to see more money? Do you want to see more love? What do you want to see? So think about what you want to improve in your life, what you want to see come in. That can help you think of your word. Or you can just come up with a word. You don't have to struggle with this. It doesn't need to be something complicated. And if you pick a word and then you think, I don't like this word, you can pick a different word. Don't get caught up on the actual word. So my words are success and abundance, because I am expecting this business that I just started in 2018 to be successful. And I am expecting to bring in abundance in all areas of my life, in love and business, every area. I'm expecting it all. And the universe is going to provide, and I know this. I send out my gratitude every day for all things in my life. But I thought something that would be kind of fun to do would be to keep track of what shows up in my life, because I am thankful for everything, but sometimes I don't notice the little blessings that come in. If you're like me, life gets really busy and hectic, and sometimes I forget and I overlook the little things. So what I thought would be a good idea, I love this idea, and I got it from Julia Treat, it was her podcast I was listening to, was to keep a journal throughout 2019. And you can either get a journal that you really love and want to write in, or you can just get a notebook. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to spend a lot of money trying to get, things to do this little project. But I will tell you that I went to the dollar store and they had some of the cutest little notebooks, and I love them. That would be a great place to go and just pick up a really inexpensive notebook, but something that you can keep this in. Or like I said, it can just be in a regular notebook. What we're going to do this year is you're going to put your word in your notebook. So this is going to be, for me, it would be my success and abundance journal. And when something happens in my life that is an example of success or an example of abundance, I'm going to write that down in my journal so that I can go back throughout the year and look at what I've seen in my life that is success and abundance. And I think that's such a great idea, and I love how she came up with that. And I think it's so cool too, because it's a way to also remember to give gratitude for the things we've already received, and it lets the universe know, hey, I'm ready to call in more of this stuff. Thank you for what I've already received, and I'm ready to receive more of it. So I love that idea. And if I were going to already start thinking about all of the things to me that are success and abundance, the one thing that immediately comes to mind is that I started doing Facebook Lives. I started pushing myself out there to do something that made me afraid. But this is another thing that I'm focusing on 2019. I've always tried to do things that make me a little bit afraid, but I'm really saying now this year that I'm going to look fear in the face and tell fear, like, you're nothing. Say F fear. I'm not going to actually say the word because I know some people might listen with their kids, but you got the idea. We're not going to give any power to fear this year. So I'm getting rid of the fear, and I'm going to do things that make me afraid. So one of the things was a Facebook Live. Now I've done videos. On my Facebook page and also on Instagram, but they're not live. So if I don't like them, I can just record over and start over, which is what I've had to do. I've had to do that a lot. I'll record a video and then I'll think to myself, oh, I stumbled over my words there, or oh, the lighting was bad, and I re-record it. But you can't do that if it's live. So the thought of live Facebook was very scary. You're going to see me, my flaws and all. But you know what? I did it, and it was great because it was fun. I got to interact with people, which is so much better than just recording a video, because it's just you, and it's really one-sided. But when it's alive, you're interacting with people, you can feel their energy, and it's a lot more fun. So I got to do that, and then in doing that, I had more people going to my site and more people visiting my page and people telling me that they're just listening to my podcast now. Amazing. So much growth just from doing one thing that I was afraid to do. So to me, that's success. That's a personal victory. And that is abundance because it brought in more attention to my site and to all the things that I have to offer. So it's incredible. Like, that to me is success and abundance. So I write that down in my notebook. But it can be little things. How many times do you go throughout your day and something awesome happens and then you forget about it later? Like for me, a few weeks ago, I went to Starbucks and someone bought my coffee. And that was really cool, and it wasn't a big thing, but you know what? To me, that's abundance. Somebody wanted to pay it forward and pay for my coffee, and that was really cool. And it was just a little reminder from the universe that, hey, we've got you. We're providing all these things for you. So that would go in my journal too. And then if you can imagine, if you keep doing this over the weeks and you keep going back and visiting all of the things that happen, you'll realize how truly blessed you are. Because that was the message that I got today, was that the universe wanted you to know that blessings abound. Blessings are all around you every day. It's all a matter of perspective. Sometimes the things that are blessings, we actually just take for granted and say, well, that's just what happens. That's just life. But no, and oftentimes in cases, the universe orchestrates things so that we show up at the right time or we show up at the right place in order to receive those blessings. So never take anything for granted or make it seem like, oh, that's no big deal. And I think I mentioned this before, the quote that you can either look at life as in everything is a miracle or nothing is. Because it doesn't matter the size of the miracle. It's all the same to the universe. The universe can bring you something as little as seeing a rainbow on the way to work. That might not be a big deal to you, but you may see it and go, oh, it's the universe. To something as big as bringing you your dream job or your dream house. It's all the same. It's all energy, and the universe is bringing us what we want and what we need based on our energy. What we put out is what we're getting back. And when we take time to notice all of the small blessings that we have every day, then we're grateful for them and we get more of it. For me, just today, as a busy mom, my morning was just not good. I want to try to see the positive in every day, but it started off not great because I got to work and my son texted me to tell me he was sick, and he's already missed, a few days of school, and I didn't want him to get behind and miss more. And I know he was not feeling well, but it's one of those things that I'm not sure that he was as sick as he was trying to say he was, that he needed to stay home. But he also made everyone in the household late because he was trying to get me to tell him he could stay home. And so the whole day just started off hectic, and then he was mad at me and, made me feel like a bad mom, even though I was trying to tell him he needed to go to school so he wasn't going to get behind. The parents out there are probably like, oh, yes, I know this argument all too well. So I could have had a bad day. But I chose, once I got to school, I was like, no, the sun's here. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to have a bad day. And, I did still have in the back of my mind that my son was going to be upset with me, and then I was going to have to deal with that, which, as parents, we cannot always be friends and be on good terms because we have to be the parent. But I don't like when my children are mad at me, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way. But later, we were able to talk again a little bit via text, and things got better. And I was, just going to have the attitude that I'm not going to let this bother me. And then my mom started texting me, and she started making me feel better and giving me some advice about it. So I count that as a blessing right there, that I have people that I can talk to and I can turn to when I'm having a bad day who turn that around and try to help me have a better day. To not, she could have compounded that and made the day worse by saying something negative or mean, but she didn't. So that's a blessing to me. My students are blessings to me because as they were filing in the first hour, they're chipper and, how are you doing, Miss Owen? I hope you have a good day. That totally turned my attitude around too. So that was a blessing too. And those are all the little things that I count as blessings. And I know that if you were to look around at your life, you'd see all of your little blessings too, things that you probably just take for granted. That's why I love this idea of this journal, because when we actually write it down and we go back and look at our day, we realize, wow, blessings abound, right? Look at all the blessings that are in my life. Look at everything that I have, because it's all about perspective. How many people do you know who walk around this earth so negative and everything to them is an annoyance and a nuisance? Those people are miserable to be around. Now, do you want to live your life like that? Or do you want to live your life as though everything in it is a miracle and that you're just amazed to be here? Because I can tell you, the people who call out all of that misery, they are just energetically calling more of that into their lives. Everything in the world happens to them and their whole life goes wrong. Yeah, you know why? Because they're calling more of that in. Because it's all about energy. They're putting off awful, horrible, negative energy, and that's exactly what they're calling in. You know people like that. You know you do. We all do. Or you know the person who's always upbeat, always tries to help out, and they always seem to have things going for them. Why? Because they're putting out positive energy and they're getting it right back. So it's all about energy, guys. Even money. When you think about money, it's just energy. It's not good or bad. It's just energy. And when you focus on bringing that positive energy in, you have to put that positive energy out. The vibration that you put out comes back to you. So if you're putting out the energy of money serves my highest good, I love earning money, and money is not a bad thing. I love earning it. It serves my highest good. When I have more, I can give more to others. It's going to come back, right? And who doesn't want to be taken care of? And the universe wants to take care of us. But we have to stop looking at everything so negatively. We have to realize what all we have already. There are already so many blessings around. All right, so I wanted to pull a few cards for you guys. I love doing this, and that's why I started offering card readings on my website too. You can book a 30-minute or 60-minute card reading with me, And I read the cards, but I also read them intuitively. So the message that's there, I kind of go by that, but if I get additional messages from Spirit, I will give you that too. But today I pulled 3 cards from Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I really like this deck too. It's really pretty. The first card that I pulled is Treasure Island. And it says, this is all about the law of attraction, bringing dreams into a fruition. And this is just what we were talking about, guys. When you put that positive energy out there, it's what you're going to get back. The result of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains and sharing of good fortune, right? Who doesn't want that? So it says you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. And if you are in a relationship, your relationship message is that your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. And your prosperity message is, at this time, you can be confident that success is yours. Your ideas are hitting all the mark, and you're in true manifestation period when you will see evidence of the seeds of prosperity you planted in the past. The appearance of this card in a reading indicates that your dreams and aspirations align with concrete signs of prosperity in the world of form. This is a very auspicious and fortunate time for business. Creative projects will flourish as inspiration strikes. Share your wealth with others too. Generosity and gratitude should lead you now. So how awesome is that? That's just what we were talking about, that it is a time of prosperity. When you're noticing all of the abundance, you've already laid all the groundwork for your prosperity. You've done the hard work, and now you're going to see that pay off. That's awesome. The second card is No Place Like Home. It's authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just feel fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. A relationship message is lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be home in this relationship. Together you add to the love of the world. And your prosperity message is when you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. Your business choices, the investments you make, and the creative projects you immerse yourself in are powerfully on point. Why? Because when you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both successes and failures, you will see the divinity in all things. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience this kind of authenticity. So yeah, guys, and apart from just noticing the blessings, being able to be who you truly are and being authentic and feeling comfortable in your own skin. And we talked about loving every part of yourself. That's a big part of being abundant. When we realize the blessings that we are in ourselves and everything that we have and that we are, we're accepting ourselves, others accept us as well. And your final card is Higher Power. And it says, conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. Now is the time to examine what you are giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. Oh my gosh, guys, this is what we're talking about. What are you giving attention to? Because what you're putting out is coming back to you. It amazes me how much these cards align with whatever I'm talking about, because I don't pick them before I decide what I'm going to talk about. I pick them after, and almost always they align, and it's so crazy. And that's just the universe, you can't make it up. So it says, if you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments or failed expectations, about money or any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no greater source than spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. So yeah, guys, keep your thoughts positive, be authentic and true to yourself, and always put source first. Always call on your spiritual team. Always rely on them and know they have your back and that they're guiding you in your steps. And they're leading you to what is best for you, for your highest good. And if you always remember that, trust the process and let go of the need to try to control everything. Everything is going to work itself out. You will be guided, and you will know where you're being guided. So guys, I hope that you have a wonderful day. If you're interested in Reiki, please check out my website, contact me. Reiki is a great way to get yourself back into balance and to be able to connect to your higher source. If you are interested in a reading, if you're feeling stuck or lost in any area of your life, not really sure where to go, book a reading with me. We can look at topics such as career or relationships, or we can just do an overall general reading. Or if you would like to join my online course, A Purposeful Pilgrimage. It's 22 daily lessons, and these lessons only take maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day, so it's small enough chunks that you can handle it. And they're lessons like how to get rid of limiting beliefs about love, or how to get rid of limiting beliefs about money, how to set healthy boundaries, how to call in abundance, how to find your life's purpose, how to cut ties to negative relationships in your life, how to forgive others who have not asked for your forgiveness. So all of those things just makes you an overall healthier human being and more connected and more grounded, and helps you to learn how to call in the abundance that you so richly deserve. And it's still on sale right now, so check that out on my website as well. And if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, if you need direction in any area of your life, or you just need somebody to talk to figure out what your next step is, you can get a hold of me on my website. You can book a session there. I'd love to work with you. I love the people who come to me. Your energy is fabulous. I love talking to you and being able to work with you one-on-one. It's what I really love to do the most, is to listen to people, to talk to them, to help them. That's my life's mission, is to help you live your best life possible. So please check out my website for more information, and check out my Facebook page. I am doing Facebook Lives Mondays and Wednesdays, and I do a card reading there and select people for a card reading. So I do a 3-spread card reading, and then I select usually 1 or 2 viewers to pick a card for, just to give them a special one-on-one reading. So check that out. It's usually 7 p.m. Central Time, and it's from my Reiki with Melissa Facebook page. And the address will be in the description of this podcast. So take care, guys. If you like my podcast, please share it with others so that they may also find the light. And please leave reviews, give me stars on iTunes, and leave comments. I love hearing all of the comments, reading from you, the messages you send me. They're so sweet, and I'm so thankful for you. You guys are definitely one of the many blessings in my life as well. So take care, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.